Over the years, I've found many reasons why selling is such a wonderful, wonderful endeavor. And first of all, I believe the freedom of expression that it gives us. You see, we live in a country that's free, and it's also based on free enterprise. And free enterprise is the foundation that builds capitalism and builds profits to companies like yours. Now, you that are in sales, I hope you realize how important you are to our system. You see, there's approximately, and this is an approximation, 16 million people in the United States involved in one way or another in the field of sales. And I believe those people in marketing and sales are real responsible for the profits that a company makes. So I think your opportunity and your freedom to create your own income, your own financial future, is so enhanced because I've always lived by a little saying. The more financial guarantees you accept as far as a guaranteed income, the less chance oftentimes you have to build true financial freedom. Because in other words, you've taken a risk. You said, don't pay me unless I do well. But if I do well, pay me extremely well. And that's so important to realize is one of the main reasons why selling is such a fabulous career. Also, think about this now. Most of you are in business for yourself, meaning, yes, you may represent a product. You may work for a company that has a wonderful name in your industry. But if you think about it, you are in business for yourself as to controlling your income, and you had such a low initial investment. I don't know of any industry where you can go into this as a profession with unlimited income potential for such a minimal initial investment to get started. And, of course, you also have a high potential return, meaning I know companies that it takes about $250 to actually come on board as a salesperson. And many of these people make over $100,000 of income their third and fourth year. So my goodness, for such a small initial investment to have such a high income potential, another reason to really be excited about selling. There's a myth I've tried my best to dispel, and you may have heard this, where someone may have said to you, you know, you're just a natural, or you're just a natural-born salesperson. Well, I've tried to dispel the myth because I don't believe that's true. I believe there's no such thing as a naturally born great anything. I think we all enter this world pretty much the same way, with about the same talent, the same mental ability, physical prowess, whatever. But then what happens is we start learning from people, our environment, our parents. We start shaping values, our belief system. And then, of course, some of us do tend to be more of the interesting extroverts, so we're kind of talkative, outgoing. And then friends start saying, boy, you ought to be in sales. You could sell anything. Now, I want to warn you about that. Because, see, if you really believe you're a natural, you won't stay a student. You'll kind of say, I'm good with people. I have wonderful people skills. Well, you may socially have that, but I see a lot of what we call natural personality type salespeople who they don't stay in school, they don't study, and because of that, the saddest truth is they limit their income potential because they quit growing. And realize how proud you should be of what you do. See, many people don't know what selling does for our country in general. And the first thing I want you to realize is selling is the foundation of the free enterprise system. Meaning we in our country consider ourselves to have free enterprise. Many other countries do as well. And the key to that is moving a product that we manufacture to a company or, let's say, consumer, and the transaction creates the profit to build this company, to pay salaries, to feed families, to give people the money they need to enjoy their lives. Now, you and I are very responsible for that, and that's why there should be a pride in what we do. You see, capitalism is based on three things, based on quality, competition, and profit. And that's why every company today should strive not to make the profit first, should try to make sure they're giving quality as to the product and much quality as to the service. Now, if you do that, you'll beat your competition. And in beating your competition, you'll make a profit. And you and I, as salespeople, are responsible for that. There's another thing you should realize. When you get someone involved in your product or service, meaning they spend their money with you, you are creating new wealth. You see, new wealth is only created when you get money for a product that creates the profit, and that profit is the new wealth into the system. These are some of the reasons that you need to be so darn proud of what you do. I know that some of you come from a family, like I did, that doesn't understand selling. Some of you have relatives maybe that think, wow, they're in sales, you're in commission selling, and they may look down their nose at you. Don't let that affect your pride. See, you've had the tenacity to say no to the paycheck, to say yes to financial freedom, because you can have that in the profession of selling. So as we wrap up our program, walk out with pride, knowing what you do is right, what you do is good, and keep those shoulders erect and head held high and say, thank you because I found selling. It's the highest paid hard work and the lowest paid easy work in the world.